Oh yeah. Islam.
MyPDFBooks.com. That's books with a Z.
Peace, peace, peace. How's everybody doing today, man?
Good, shit. Great, Noble. I'm doing good. Doing good.
Islam, man. Just a beautiful day, man. Like I said, I want to give honor to. Oh, let me turn them up. I think. Oh, I got this. Maybe that's me echoing like that. But I want to give honor to everyone today, man. And just say peace, man. This is, like I said, it's always gratitude to get confirmation that you're doing the right thing. And I'm telling you, man, life, I wouldn't say it's a struggle, but it's a test. And we're all going to be tested every day, man. So please keep your spiritual eye open right now. It's a lot going on in the world, especially with politics and things. I don't know if too many of our brothers and sisters in the politics, but I'll never tell nobody what to vote for and who to vote for. But I say use your power as a free man to vote on law and policy and things that's important to you. Is very, very imperative today for us to flex our power of the vote. I just wanted to share that with our brothers and sisters, man. We must operate in this world. We don't have to be of this world per se, but we are in it, and we should operate, all our rights and our freedoms so we can have a say of what goes on in this world, man, especially for those of us that have children. It's a lot going on that we definitely need to be, how can I say, cognizant of. And yeah, I just wanted to share that, man. But with that being said, y'all, can we get our Moorish American prayer? And we're going to get to the teachings.
Allah. Allah is our protector, our God, and our salvation, by night, by day. Through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen.
Peace, 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 man. Gratitude. Man, you know, nobles, as we tarry and as we continue to learn, man, this life and this journey that I'm on is amazing, that you guys on. It's an amazing journey. And I'm here to challenge everyone to stay encouraged, because I'm going to continue to say this, no disrespect to nobody that look like us. We are our worst enemy, Drayshawn. We are our worst enemy, especially brothers. Like, we don't have any love. I've seen this. Like, we'd take each other out with a heartbeat. If Noble Alonzo or Noble Malik don't agree with, how can I say, my spiritual walk, or somebody don't agree with Malik's spiritual walk, the first thing we start doing is being disrespectful. And I'm at a place where I don't even like looking at NBCs, because we don't see ourselves as brothers. We see ourselves as enemies. We see ourselves as Crips and Bloods and Negro. We don't see ourselves as nobles and brothers and husbands and here to help. That's what this Moorish science have done for me. This Moorish science didn't make me want to separate, thinking I'm getting ready to go somewhere else and be better, because the United States of America is the only place that you can be something. The United States of America is the only place that you have your religious freedoms. We should know this today, man. We should change. Our heart should change. And that's just where I'm at with everything, man. I don't have any energy to argue with nobody. I don't have any energy to debate no one. What's been happening with me is confirmation from all others that don't look like me. They know what the fez is. They know what my turban is. They know what my yarmulke is. They know when I wear my native attire, the kuntra or the tunic. They know. But us as a people, we don't know nothing. We don't know who Noble Ali is. A lot of people don't know who John Henry Clark is. They don't know who Sheikh Anta Diop is. A lot of our brothers and sisters are uneducated. And we think it's okay. Like, how can we as a people glorify being on welfare and being on Section 8? Like, to me, it's our mental is messed up. That we won't come together and say, you know, I can learn something with these brothers. I can be a better man. I can be a better husband. I can be a better more per se. I'm here to learn. And until my brothers are ready to learn, I don't have no passion dealing with nobody. I'm going to start doing the things that Allah told me to do and said, go seek your other people that want to learn this stuff and adopt them to your family. Because our brothers don't want to hear this, man. I'm just being honest. What I've seen, we think we winning because we can rent a car or you can pay a car note. It's a car note. But when you working and all that, do you know how to budget your money? Do you have finances? Do you have enough money saved for 6 months to if anything happen, you don't have to be tossing and turning all night? Do we save $1? All these things I talk about, do we know tax code? All this stuff, we still don't know. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And I'm at the place today, man, where I really hope my words start resonating to my brothers and sisters. I pray to Allah that we start coming together and using our resources and stop being wasteful. I really hope we start looking at each other as brothers in love and unity, because love trumps all. And we got a long way to go, man. Like, no disrespect. I've seen it this week and I've seen it in my city of Flint. Nobles, we have a long way to go. And I just want to share that with us. So gratitude for everybody for taking the time out your day and adjusting your schedule, you know, for Sunday school. I just want to talk about something that's in our Exhuming of the Nation, because words have synonyms. And it's a biblical scripture in Matthew 6, chapter 22 to 24. And it talks about the eye. It talks about the eye being single. And when I show people, it's talking about the third eye. As we start synchronizing these teachings, like one of my college professors, me and my wife were just watching my second interview that Noble Alonzo did with me on his new journey. It's so valid. Like, people need to hear it. Like, other people be amazed that the stuff that's on YouTube and all these podcasts, like, you got all these people on it. I don't want to say names because that give them publicity. I don't want to give nobody publicity, but we can look up individual men and you see the stuff they talking about, niggardly stuff that you don't even want your kids to watch. And these people are famous for stupid stuff. But who's making them famous, y'all? We are. Not no kids, adults. We making these older men famous on here talking crazy, like, oh yeah, I'm glad this person died. I'm glad this rapper died and all and being stupid, all that stuff. I said, man, this is what we come to. Don't you know, man, being ignorant, the misnomer black man, that's a multi-million-dollar industry. They done made an industry on the internet to make misnomer black people look like a damn fool. Because all on the internet is the women shaking their booty. They get 1,000 views. And then you got all the young people on there with guns and trapping. And then the old men acting a fool like they Crips and Bloods. You got preachers on there just talking about entertainers. I say, man, and people like, he preaching. Man, you're not preaching. You talking about entertainers. You looking at the two, show them the way. And that's what this became, man. Like, I don't have time for brothers dissing each other. I'm down for building us up. If nobody's talking about building, I don't even want to be around it, man. That's why I tell people, watch how people come to you when you're on a spiritual journey. When you're on this spiritual journey, so much stuff is going to come to you. So much negativity is going to come. It's going to come to you. It's going to come from your own people. That's the first time. That's the first sign of healing when you're doing things right. How? You're going to look like a foreign person in your own home. People are going to look like you done lost your mind because you are resurrecting yourself and you serious. We don't have no times to play, man. Especially, I asked my brothers, I said, when y'all get a chance, I don't know if anybody ever heard of Project 2025. Did anybody get a chance to look that up?
It's like me and my wife are going, yeah. Hey.
That's
Go ahead, Sean.
Go ahead, Dreshawn.
We was looking up the definition and like what the movement is, and first thing that I thought of is because it says it's a Christian nationalist movement or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, let's break down the word nation or national, because like you said, words have meanings. And I don't know. It don't really. Just from the title alone, what they call it don't even make sense. But it's a whole movement of I guess radical would be the term, Christians that are trying to like come together and do some things that maybe most of us wouldn't agree with.
Absolutely, Dreshawn. It's just like it's a group of people saying we're gonna make the decisions for all y'all, especially if you don't flex your power of the vote. If we don't have ciphers like this, because I told you we're not political. I said we are out Pope the Pope. We are out Muhammad. That's black folk. But when it comes down to this dollar, when it comes down to this politics making things happen, we don't know nothing. I ain't voting. Like what is wrong with us? I asked people, I said, so you don't know what Project 2025 is? No, I heard. Man, you need to read it because a lot of freedoms that we have today can be took if these things pass, and then these certain presidents act like they don't know what's going on until they be in the house. Well, you got a person that say, man, he should have immunity for all the crimes. You should too. Here it is, a brother get a strike on his record. You can't even vote in certain areas. You can't even get a job at Walmart, but you can be the president.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. I said we gotta flex, we gotta come together and be like, wait a minute, man, what are we doing? We need to know we need to know about these politics. We need to know these funding that's here that we ain't touching, that go right back to all these groups, keep getting all this federal funding. We ain't touched none of it. But we talk about some welfare. Don't y'all know welfare is a form of federal funding for niggas? Excuse my candor. I'm saying it like that. When you talk about some reparations and all that, it's going to welfare. That's where all your money going to welfare, cheap housing, welfare, stamps, Section 8. It's other funding for us when we come together under this religious organization. Once we organize, that's why I tell us we strategize first. It's enough of us, but we too separate. I pray to Allah that we all come together and be around each other, and it's strength in numbers, man. We can be small and mighty. I'm seeing this with my own eyes, y'all. I'm seeing groups come together and building a spiritual house and come together and applying for all these grants and things that they don't have to pay back. I'm seeing these individuals going on. I'm from Flint, Michigan. They done put their money together. After I done showed these people, they on Michigan Grant Watch, they done rented a building in the city, got it for pennies, and now they're getting all these to go be on somebody else's mission, and I'm showing the people how to do it. I keep asking my people, why we not doing it? Why we not using our tax dollars? It's like it's preaching. It's like I'm teaching to a brick wall, because at the end of the day, we all getting ready to give our money to Uncle Sam. After I teach this and teach this and teach this and teach this and say, why we not exempt? It's the reason you can be exempt when you're part of a religious and charitable contribution. You're paying your taxes. You get a tax exempt receipt. And then you need to donate a certain more so you can offset what you give Uncle Sam, because it ain't no color thing with me. It's the people versus that system. We are a system. We are a body, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, man, like we got to start taking this stuff serious and teaching our children what we learned early. We got to get serious with this. So today I want to talk about the I, man. The I. And in more science, we call it the ajna, the A-J-A-N-A. I taught this a plethora of times. It's in your exumen of the nation, or your third eye chakra. It's located between your brows. It's inward. It's the center of your forehead. When you see a lot of different spiritual and so-called misnomer Indians and they put the dot on their head, it means a lot of things. It can mean they married, or a lot of times they came into their higher self, depending on who you're dealing with. Ajna means command, boundless.
It's called a sending.
What you say, Noble?
They call it. It's called a sending.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes. I keep telling us, man, if you start looking at things, everything people have done in religion, they took some inward, which we teach, and made it outward. I'm giving us the keys to replenish ourselves and put ourselves under a new system where we can go out in the world and be illuminated. That's what this means. It's boundless perfection, infinite wisdom through knowledge of God himself. That's universal authority. And through the ajna, one is moved beyond the world of dualities into the peacefulness of what? Neutrality of the cosmos, beyond the pearl of the blue ether planes. That's what we teach it here at the BBT, because once the divine, right, you can accept everything else. Physically, the third eye is associated with the pituitary gland. All this is in your biblical scripture when you have a good teacher like myself and others to say, this man is building your body up. I'm not talking about nothing outside yourself. So how can a man or more don't like the teachings? You don't like your body, clearly. And you looking at me as your enemy. I'm the same color as you. I look like your uncle. We don't have to die for freedom. We don't have to go outside of nobody or be educated by nobody but our own brother. And we can do it for pennies. Your eyes and the brain, because that's the soul resides. When a lot of men can't even look at my eye, when I be looking at men in their eye, they like, man, your eyes are piercing. Because I'm serious. I'm serious what I do. I don't have time to play. I told a brother when I was in Flint, man, I said, I'll put my life down for what I believe, man. I live this. This ain't, forget the feds. I don't need the feds to be Sheik Goodman Bay. I don't need no clothing. But the ajna radiates through the elements, through your life. And the colors are purple and indigo. So our prophet talked about the pure heart and the mind. It's connected. It's in your Morris Quran, chapter 44, verse 7. Write these things down like so. There is but one true way for a man, for a woman to see himself or herself. The truth. All his or her other observances are subject to change and pass with time. And what is commonly called the third eye was created with every physical man. And he was first formed. When you see in movies and things, you see the Cyclops. But a lot of us don't know the science that comes with the one-eye Cyclops. And since then, the third eye is a part of our procreated human descendants' head, the limbs and the organs. Every member born with a navel, I don't care what color you are. You born with the navel into the human family. You part of the human family. All that color, all this black, white, orange, purple, green. Don't nobody want to hear that. Because there's some crazy Negroes out here that'll kill you. And there's some people that don't look like you, that'll love you like they've been in your family all day. I'm a witness. I live in Arizona. This is what I'm telling people. Oh, Arizona, it's race. No, it's not. I walk around with a fez and a turban. I get more love from Europeans than my own people. My own people will jump on the internet and start acting a fool. And when my colleagues, when the professors at the university said, they don't know who you are, brother. They don't know all the work that you've done. They don't know how pure your heart is. They don't know all the fire I done been through to come back and be able to speak with surety. Not trying to make up no religion or tell nobody you got to believe or how I believe. No, you're a part of this human family. If you created from the creator, I don't care what color you are. I deal with the heart of man. You ain't got nothing to do with your color. That's the creator. Your mom ain't got to know how we gonna rock. You got a navel, you a Muslim. You got a navel, you a Muslim. And you into the human family. We has our own, we come from our family, our coat of arms or our family crest. But if one was born with the head and had the holy breath of life blowing into his nostrils, which is the spirit and the soul, then you possess what? Your third eye. Now, it might not be activated. You might not be operating in your essence, but you're born with these keys. And why not would you want to learn from your own brother? Why not would you want to come amongst your brother and learn? Why we don't like to support nothing that's real, but we'll willingly give our dollars away? Why I have to beg my brothers, like my professor said, you only asking for donations. Do they know what you would give these brothers and sisters? We still don't get it. It's us. The mono eye, located above the senses and centered behind the two eyebrows, can only see inward. And it's necessary. It's a must for what? Perception into the boundless heart of man and woman. Your eye must be clear. But man's ignorance of this gifted part of him and her. It caused us to become subservient to the outward five senses. And that's how the NBC operate on the outward five senses. Listen, man, most men, that's how these grown men do today. I said, you got to go to prison to have peace and to understand what I'm saying. You would jump on the internet and argue with me. I ain't the enemy. I'm your brother. I'll give a Negro the shirt off my back. Our five senses. And this is known as the final fall of man, because we don't see each other as brothers. We see each other as the enemy. I keep everything, every message that people send to me on YouTube when I'm on here, I keep every message. And I'll be showing my wife. She's like, who is this person? Why are they talking like that? I said, this is how ignorant we are. I was just live back in Flint. I'm jogging down the street. My wife was on there, some goofy Negro, and I'm saying it because I don't get it from Europeans. I get this from Negroes. I'm just keeping it 100 today because I have to. Negro, I think you live with your mama. All I see you do is rock with your shirt off. You don't got no job. You live with your mama. Huh? High nobles, y'all, my nobles done been in my house and stay with me, but we'll jump on the internet and make a fool of ourselves. That's why I said I feel sorry for these women that's married to all Negroes. I feel sorry for their babies, because if a grown man get on the internet and talk like that, man, something wrong with your mental. Don't even know me and won't even do your due diligence. And when you do, you'll be like, man, you gotta look like a fool because I'm anointed. I own. I help families. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I'm 3,000 miles away in Arizona. What is wrong with us? We don't do. That's what I'm saying. We don't love each other. We don't. We'll kill each other. And that's why I say everyone is my brother. Who? If your heart is right. If Europeans call me Melchizedek, and I done did more lectures at misnomer European churches and Jewish churches, Drayshawn, than I done did with Moors, that should tell you something. If I don't lecture with other people that don't look like me on college campuses and they get all my books and they praise what I do, it tells me something. It tells me something. Hell, I told y'all, a Negro killed my brother, killed Jelani Goodman Bay, murdered my brother. A Negro murdered my cousin Miguel Swain. What are we talking about today? A Negro will kill you in a drop of a heartbeat and won't even think about it. These babies lost. A Negro will take me out on the internet because he don't like what I'm saying. Oh, nigga. I said, man, are you crazy? And that's what this has come to? Oh, your fans, this, that, and the other. I said, man, we are crazy. The European know what I got on. And due to this fall, we stumble blindly into every evil and earthbound noun and pronoun since the Garden of Eden. Worth that man and woman has waited in over, I could say, these 6,000 years of our own naught, illuminated by our own kind, with both the human eye wide open. I told y'all, we physically alive, but spiritually dead. Brothers, we talk about more, though I don't deal with that. I deal with civics. Man, the divine comes first. That's why we lost. That's why you got these grown men out here, Noble Drayshawn, talk about they some consulate, I'm some president of Morocco. You got to be retarded. How the hell you walk around with a badge on your neck telling the police officer, oh, stop, I'm the president of Morocco. Man, with 15 felons, you finna go to jail, idiot. Telling people, yes, you going straight to jail. That's why I ain't saying their names. I know all of them, they in jail. Talk about you some sovereign citizen. You can't be no sovereign and no citizen at the same time, Drayshawn. That's an oxymoron. Telling people to give up their driver's license. Why? If you want to drive, man, drive on your land. Get on the horse. Get on the tractor. On your own land. These Negroes don't own nothing because they ain't private. They own Section 8 and welfare. I'm telling you what I know. They don't own nothing. You here in the United States with the AA22 number on it. I'm like, what that mean? That ain't no get out of jail free card for no retarded Moors. Don't you know they think these brothers is retarded? I started telling you names, and a lot of them already are agents of the police. Just like the state consulate book, right in the preface of the book, when you see that brother name, here it is, a grown-ass Moor telling y'all they don't pay taxes, but he done got all these people in trouble for filing fake taxes, millions of dollars. and they'll get their retarded ass on the internet and start running their mouth. Excuse my candor. They know not to come to me with that crap. I'm shutting it all down. These brothers don't have no power of nothing. They lying on the prophet. Everything about the Moorish Science Temple can be researched from the CCRD. It's the County Clerk Recorder of Deeds. Anything else, it's a fascist group. They're not going to come here with that mess. Even them women that got arrested on live talk about she's some Sharifian officer. Lady, that's some Ottoman Empire stuff. Are you? I start telling your name and say how the goddamn social workers came and got all your kids. You can't have no generator running in your house in no neighborhood. Don't y'all know the state laws and the local laws trump that? I'm telling you what I know. These people are bums. And the understanding essence of the third eye is best simplified with knowledge of your organs, your location, and your purpose. The true third eye is a living thing, and all living things have a divine constitution, binding them all together to other living things, like Noble Alliance. We all connected.
Islam, the Moorish Quran tell you that too.
Yes.
Spider. You should feel disgusting because that's a part of you.
Come on.
Everything's connected.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Drayshawn. And this is what I be telling brothers. And then these brothers say they Moors and they ain't studying their holy book. We have a holy book and ain't nothing but damn near 50 pages. So how you going to deal with somebody that don't even study their holy book? How you going to deal with a man that got kids and jump on the internet and spit hate? And spit hate to different people, that's a different you. And the creator created all these people. Because if the prophet was in the flesh, I can show you how the prophet made the temple, the Orthodox Church, for all those different nationalities to fall under the branch of this science. It's in your book, Sacred Drift, Peter Lambert Wilson, Hakeem Bey talk about this stuff. And not the brother Hakeem Bey, the European that wrote all the Moorish paradigms. This is what I be telling people. I said, man, we lost due to a lack of knowledge because we refuse to learn. It's not cool. Brothers just out here playing a game with people's lies. The human eye is a professionally known fact that the human eye did not actually see objects. Instead, what our eyes do is process light waves from objects that either absorb or reflect. So that means the eye is a real thing. That means the eye has to see. It has to reflect. That's why I say a lot of people are physically alive but spiritually dead. How? If you're a grown man and you out here playing with affairs on your head and going to file some fake papers, you got to be retarded. No disrespect. I can't call you nothing else but a retard. And I'm not trying to talk stuff about people, but this is a fact. If you're a grown man today and you studying more science and you done met some jackleg on the internet talk about they can nationalize you and denationalize you and file some paperwork, you got to be retarded. It ain't nothing else for me to say, Nobles. It ain't nothing else for me to say. I got to speak like this today because I done seen too much stupid stuff. Oh man, I got some special paperwork where you could beat this case. You a lie and ain't no truth in you, fool. Don't nobody got no special paperwork because you know more and you done broke the laws. You going to jail. I don't care if you stand with your feet out, Drayshawn, talk about I was in there standing on my square. Man, you was in there for a traffic ticket. Stop lying. I look all these fools up with their name. President law cases, doc number, Free Information Act. These dudes rot in jail, especially the ones that talk about they some damn governor of Morocco or something, all that stuff. All them Negroes in the highway waiting to go to jail. Been in jail for a long time. I want us to be clear. Your eye got to be clear. Our prophet said all things that can be seen by human eyes are manifest. Aught are not, and so must pass away. It's in your Moorish Quran, chapter 7, verse 8. The things see with their eye. Criminal behaviors. When these brothers see you, they don't see a brother as a brother. They see somebody they can get over on. Why? Because if you would bring something that to your brother that you ain't did, and they get it, when I say you going to jail. People don't want to get their heart right because they think they can come into this sign and there's some magical gift. They think they can bedazzle themselves with a whole bunch of beads they get off Amazon with a whole bunch of trinkets. Like that means something. Man, that shit come from Amazon. And I don't care if you made it neither. It ain't no magic. It ain't no lucky rabbit's foot. I don't know what these Negroes think. That mess means nothing. Nothing. It means nothing if your heart ain't pure. Your beads, your necklace, this fast, this all outward stuff. Your heart got to be before that bull crap means something. And it ain't no power in that crap. Ain't no power and no trinket or no doohickey. Ain't no power in that, brothers. It's not. That's why I said today is a new day for me, man. We are master adapts. We're supposed to, and these reflexes change as their condition change. So they do not always appear the same. It's in your Morse Quran, chapter 1. And most of the things seen by the human eye must feed from the rate of atmosphere. That's why I said that if you're a criminal, all you're going to see your brothers is as a liability to what? To do criminal stuff to them. That's all these Moors doing together. I call them paper terrorists, paper pushers. I broke that down already. I taught that lecture. Our brothers are confused of navigation. They paper terrorists. You want to expatriate from this de facto government. Okay, then who you got affiliate to when you do that? Retardo, fardo. You stateless. What you mean, Sheik? I just told you. You stateless. You have no affiliation. Lock you up in a FEMA camp. And that's what we own today. And these brothers not teaching truth. I told y'all, I'm going to teach the truth regardless if it fill a room up or clear it out. I'll stand alone. But I bet you I'm going to still be here. I bet you I'm going to still be here. I bet you I can go into prisons like I do and teach more science. Nobody shut us down for teaching no sovereign citizen stupid stuff. And then they are caught up in conflicts of survival and reflex duration called time. That's what these Negroes get y'all caught up in. What time? Oh man, you got to hurry up and do this. Oh man, I got to file this paperwork and turn it in and turn it into my job and get walked off on your job like the lady was part of our temple. Drayshawn, before you came, I had a lady part of our temple. She done did all that stuff. I said, you about to get walked out your job. Lie, talk about it was her nephew. And this happened to my nephew. And I said, man, you talking about yourself. How? Because the powers that be already called me. That's why I be telling people before you come lying to me, I'm real. People can look me up, say, hey, brother, we got this lady that's such and such. She says she's a member of you. She got this thing on her car. I said, man, I don't operate like that. Snatch that turban off her goofy ass head. Excuse my candor. Snatch that turban off her goofy ass head, walked her out of her job. I said, you in the right to work state, ma'am. What are you talking about? I'm teaching you right. Shut your mouth. I'm teaching you right. The powers that be was like, we follow you. They're like, you don't teach that. I said, I damn sure don't. And I'm not going to be a false witness to nobody. You subpoena me, I'm getting on there and tell the truth, so help me God. Shouldn't be a criminal. All this stuff is old teachings. Just like when we was teaching a DAP class the other day, and I said all these teaching was wrapped up by the Indians, the Tibet, when speaking of the third eye. It's in your Bible. When I talk about words, has synonyms. The eye, the sentinels that watch for thee. Yet how often are they able to distinguish truth from error? How often is your eye able to distinguish truth from error? Negro, to get on YouTube and see somebody running their mouth because they got a whole bunch of people showing you how to be a paper terrorist. This the stuff that I'll be talking about. And I ain't even gonna say names. Y'all know. I done shared it with all y'all. You got these old fools on there act like they got some special power and they bums. I'll be waiting for one of them to get on here. I said, man, I'll pop in your city and it'll all be shut down in 1.2 seconds because you're a criminal. And our prophet didn't teach this. Our prophet, they own schools. They have grocery stores. That's what the clock of destiny is about, being educated, running for offices in your neighborhood, running for local and state, being able to make changes, us having our own school, having our own temple and churches, not having to go outside our community. And then when our kids go to the public schools and to the highways and byways, they come back and learn. And we send them out in the world to be what? To be nobles and be empresses. That's what this is about. That's what this is about with me. If I can get different nationalities that want to be part of the BBT than my own brothers, something wrong with us, man. Something really wrong with us. Talk about we free. How, to be on welfare? Really? Well, when you get on welfare, Noble Malik, you ain't free. You under the rules of the government. You got to abide everything the welfare say. And then you want to get mad, but you on welfare. This is what I'm saying to my brothers and sisters. I don't even want to go too much into teachings, man, because y'all got this. I done taught this a plethora of times. I done showed us that the divine and its more science is first before you can learn anything. When some old fool talk about they teaching you civics, you got to be civilized for somebody to teach you civics. You got to be educated and anointed for somebody to teach you civics. Civics ain't no whole bunch of stupid black law dictionary terms and a whole bunch of retired Negroes on the internet like they are in living color. You know, when the Wayne brother was in prison and he a Muslim and he in there using all them big words and they don't mean a goddamn thing. This is what I'm saying today. This more science, I call it poor science. It's a whole bunch of bums that done bought feds and talking to Malik like they somebody. Oh, I dropped out of school after 3rd grade. And you think that's something honorable? Oh man, this is a white man's school. Okay, but then you talk about we created all the first schools and we did this in Salamanca in Spain. Okay, so if that's the case, what you saying? Because John Henry Clark ain't no fool. Dr. Ben ain't no fool. Ira Van Sertima ain't no fool. Dr. Francis Cruz Wilson ain't no fool. These educators that wrote books, same way I did. That's why I say keep your heart and mind purified with love. That's Acts 7. That's Acts 7. Shallow men to their callow brothers nearly always veil the subject of the infamous third eye in mystery and secrecy. But y'all know ain't nothing secret with me. It's sacred. I give y'all everything. Anything that I got, just like me and my wife was saying today. I said, if Allah let me hit that mega million and be a rich man today, I'm sharing it with all my brothers and sisters. Why? Because we're a unit. Only thing it's going to do is allow me to do more ministry. I don't need nothing else. I don't need nothing else. I got a woman that love me. I got my brother that love me. I got my mom and my dad. My passion is this ministry. I got to work a job to take care of myself. I wish I didn't have to do a 9 to 5 every day. I wish our ministry was just like some of these big mega churches that you see. The mega churches can't be crazy. Why? Because the people support them. And that's why I don't diss nothing. The people support it. So what about us? What about us? That's why I don't diss nothing. It takes the people to spread this ministry. That's why I say, what is this all about and how important is it to you? Because this is why humanity cannot save secrets and cannot have secrets. How can I say I have the keys, Noble Malik, if I say no, but it's secret? Well, then I don't have no keys. I'm going to say it's sacred and you must be initiated, not like take no oath, but initiated through the wisdom. What? Be a student. Have gratitude. You can be exposed to this wisdom. And only the great God has secrets. And even those are simply treasures from which man is to learn wisdom. That's in your Moorish Quran, chapter 24, verse 1. It's in your Moorish Quran. That's why I know these Negroes ain't reading and studying nothing. I said, you can't come around me with that dumb stuff. Can't no man come to me with no garbage. No man, I don't care, especially a Moor. Because I ain't rocking with you. He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? You got an ear to hear. You got an eye to see. He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that teach man knowledge, shall he not already know? How can I teach y'all some knowledge and I don't already know this? I've been through the fire. Because the first thing with knowledge, that's a compound word. You got to know something. You got to know something. That's why I say what I teach is holistic. It's real. He that teaches man knowledge, shall he not already know? That's in your Bible in Psalms 94, verses 9 and verse 10. Yet no finite mind can comprehend the infinite. That's in your Moorish Quran, chapter 1. It's in your teachings. It's so many different names for the third eye. When we talk about signs and symbols of the primordial man, signs and symbols, they use these terms. They use charts, just like the all-seeing eye. White wisdom is depicted always by the semblance of a glow or halo. When you see a so-called Jesus, Yahshua, and you see that glow, you see that halo, that's your third eye being activated. When someone uses his or her wisdom, they have been enlightened. Even those like Moses at the burning bush, everything that we do, that's why we the burning bush tabernacle of science temple and school. That's a symbology. We witness Allah's grace. We speak of this glow, of the brightness that's dazzling. And in human life, there are daily references to the third eye, although, and a lot of them are unnoticed. The all-seeing eye, the star of the east, the day star, the psychic, the Bindi, aka the Sanskrit, the eye of the inner vision, the spiritual perfection, the center of the focal point, the apex, the epitome of the pyramid, mind over matter. All these things are the same thing. Other symbol of the third eye, the power of one eye. It has been portrayed as aliens and cyclops, as I said earlier in this demonstration. But you must understand, when your eye is open, that cyclops are supposed to be the original Adam with no navel, 20 feet tall. I forget that Goonies, when you had the cyclops. Y'all remember Goonies? I'm giving my age. Pull it up. Your kids will like it. With one eye and lived 1,000 years portrait. Yet portraits are reflections of man's outer vision. And there are numerous other symbols of adornments worn by humans to show awareness of the third eye. Jewelry centered on turbans, tattoos, moles, pins, locks of hair, binkies. And today, men acting like Adam per se have become so busy with ungodly things. He has become afraid, ashamed, or totally ignorant of the third eye. Man's doubt of the third eye has grown so strong. The lower man has created modern day fig leaves to cover his stupidity. An ignorant man think he can just put on the fez, no but Dre Shine, and boom, he got wisdom. A nigga will go buy a black belt off Amazon and a whole karate suit and get their ass whooped, excuse my candor, by you. That belt don't mean nothing. That black belt should mean you ready to learn. Now, but who you been studying with? Nobody. You went and bought that you bought that black belt on Amazon. People do good stuff to hide themselves, but we ain't hiding nothing. So that's what I want us to understand today as I close. Man, I can say so much, but where's your third eye? Where is your third eye? All the stuff that I'm talking about is in your Moorish Quran. When you look up in your Moorish Quran, chapter 7, verse 25, the third eye is the only gateway leading to the heart of man. And through the heart of man is the straight pathway to Allah. That's in your Moorish Quran, chapter 7, verse 27. The power of pure thought is the only key to open its entrance. Pure thought. There is no other conscious path to the Father of the universe and to all worlds seen and unseen. And through the third eye, man becomes wise to the reality that he and God is one. That's what this is all about. Who said you and God can't become one? It's in our holy instructions. Noble Drew Ali talks about the Egyptian Adapt Master on giving holy instructions from the Grand Temple of Tibet. He said, and I quote, "There is still much wisdom to be learned from the descendants of Africa. Would you raise your thoughts to infinite wisdom? Something informs the clay higher than thy senses. It is the object of thy search, and you must keep your heart and mind pure with love. These teachings are directing man and woman to our powers within ourselves rather than outside of ourselves. Because the spirit man, the spirit woman is pure thought activity, and we cannot die. Our own lack of thinking is the sole cause of our suffrage in this illusion of our present weak-minded state. And we must think again in order to save ourselves. The third eye is a saving power, which comes from the great God Allah, through our ancient forefathers, by the prophets. So to save is to salvage the living from the dead, hence the word salvation. I said to save is to salvage the living from the dead, hence the word salvation. In using the third eye for salvation, Yahshua again told Lammas, salvation is a ladder reaching from the heart of man to the heart of the great God. It is 3 steps. Belief is first. I've been rocking with y'all for a minute. Y'all should believe in me. I believe in y'all. So belief is first. And this is what man thinks perhaps is true. And faith is next. And this is what man knows is truth. Fruition is the last. And this is man and woman, him or herself, which is the truth. Belief is lost in faith. And in fruition, faith is lost. And man is saved when he or she has reached the deficit or that life, what we call it dying to live per se. And when he or she and God are one, what I have done, all men can do. It's in your Moorish Quran, chapter 7, verse 27 and 31. What I'm doing, all y'all have the ability to do. Why? Because you made in the same image that I'm made in. That's why they say the acronym, there is more than meets the eye. There is much metal in this message that I'm delivering to my brothers and sisters today. All words of bliss rest within your third eye. Even in your Bible, it states, if therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. I know I'm telling the truth. It's in Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. Fact check me. I'm giving you keys. And further, it speaks to say the light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thy eye is single, thy whole body is full of light. But when thy eye is closed, per se, my brothers, evil, the body is full of darkness. That's why I tell us to take heed, therefore, the light which is in thee. It shouldn't be dark. You can find that in Luke chapter 11, verse 34 through 35. And both Matthew and Luke were disciples of Yahshua. You disciples, y'all my disciples. Y'all my apostles. The Christ, per se, gave them the lessons of the third eye. That's what I'm doing for y'all. Which he himself had his open while in India for nearly 18 years. Man's third eye is God's latchkey. It's the left. It builds in to our spirit children of thought, topside planet mud. This key is the only sure entrance back home, brothers and sisters, to the Creator. But first, man must know thyself. You must know yourself first. And this was also the key that Adam and Eve used before they wanted to see with their physical eye, which showed their nakedness. And man and woman, lost in the wilderness of ignorance, has only two things that we need to do, which is to know ourselves and our Creator. Nothing else surpasses that. Once that happens, your life will crystallize. This is the highest degree of thinking. It's in your Moorish Quran, chapter 38, verse 28. If man truly knows, he must be what he knows. So you can't wear this fez prematurely. You can't wear this fez and don't love your empresses, all empresses. You can't. You can't. So your third eye, brothers and sisters, and to understand that, you got to understand the seven eyes. The septet of eyes are often referred to in Hebrew as Elohim. I will start synchronizing these teachings. I remember I told y'all previously, man is made in the image of Elohim. Y'all got the idea in my books. Start looking at those charts. Elohim is sometimes called the seven eyes of Allah. Other times, the Elohim is called the creative faith or the seven creative spirits. Seven is the number upon which all worlds and the universe are created. It is the number of completion, Moors. 7 is the number for all living things, the totality of man's thinking, and the gnosis of our understanding. The 7 ethereal planes of what? Protoplasm, earth, plant, beast, man, angel, and cherubim. Encompass the 7 days of the creation. When we talk about this spiritual life and this so-called religion, there are 7 seals within the human body, known as Christ, known as prophets, known as Mametas, the adapts, and other masters, and the 7 chakras. Remember that 7 is the number of divine creation, Moors. The 7 chakras are created within every living man, every woman, even if you're born without your external legs and arms. You are born with these chakras within. They are located from the mind through the base of the spine and our astral nerve systems, which correspond with the 5 elements of earth, air, water, fire, ether. The sixth chakra, called the Ajna, aka the Sanskrit, is the third eye. The glorious Ajna is the pure, powerful passageway of righteousness, prayed for by every Arabic-speaking Muslim when reciting the holy Al-Fatiha. When I talk about prayer, it shows us the straight way. It's the seventh, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace. Those prayers. The sixth, it shows us the straight way. The seventh, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace. Those whose portion is not wrath, we are saved, and whose prophets go not astray. It's in your Quran, Surah 1, verse 6 and 7. When you look up prayer and meditation, I know I'm right about it. And when a man's body is first formed, it is then centered with life from within the brain, which is your seventh chakra, and his God spirit, which is the seventh chakra, and a soul to think with the sixth chakra. It make us a living thing, brothers. And our vibrations of love, immutable truth and bliss, unknown by men, bound by human knowledge. Hindus and our prophet called this the astral body, which is a beautiful body. So I just want to close with this last paragraph and I'm done. Often carnal man is taught he must face the east to focus. You know what, face the east and all that. But the closest place to find Allah is in your heart. If you want to turn to the east, fine. But if you don't, I'm fine with it still. Because the closest place to find God is in your heart. I deal with the heart of man. Followers of the Mosaic laws, the Torah, they established a place in Jerusalem. And later their brothers with the Quranic laws cleaned up the Kaaba in the city of Mecca for the same religious customs. These east are founded upon the original places where God created the first physical man and Muhammad, aka Ishmael. This is why the east for both of these great grandsons of Abraham, brothers, is never far apart. Nevertheless, the earthly east are only symbolic centers for these two major religions of the world. That's why I teach us the triple roles. Y'all got to have a clear understanding of the Paraclete, the Fatimid, and the Jerusalem. Y'all have a clear understanding. But they are not the nearest place for man to meet his creator. Because actually, Africa is the Garden of Eden, referred to in your Bible. And so I'll close with that, man. I'll close with that because we can teach a whole dissertation on the chakras and where they at in your body and how they work. When we talk about the crown chakra all the way to the seventh chakra, we can talk about activating the third eye. We could talk about all this, but it'll take so long. I just want to give us a preface. I'll leave you with Luke chapter 11, verse 34 and 35. Write this down. And I'll leave you with Matthew 6 and 22. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. That's Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. Luke chapter 11, verse 34 and 35. The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thy eye is single, thy whole body is full of light. But when the eye is closed, evil, thy body is full of darkness. Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. And that I say Islam, amen, Ashe, whatever word that you give their inner being, peace and love, I give the same words back to you. I operate on peace and love. I'm not here to destroy. I'm here to fulfill. I'm not coming to break no rule. I'm coming to establish something. I'm a builder. I'm not a destroyer. I come to fulfill. I'm not one of them brothers. I don't need to rewrite the science. Our prophet built the house, the furniture in it. Man, by God, I'm about to live in it. So with that, I give honor, man. I give glory. And I thank y'all for taking time out y'all day and running the Audible so we can have Sunday school later, man. Do anybody got anything, man, that you want to share? Anything, man? Gratitude for the donations. Gratitude if you didn't give a donation. But when you get it on your heart, that's why I tell people it ain't about paying me nothing. I know a workman is due is higher. I get paid good. When I teach this to other nationalities, I get paid swell. They don't mind giving no first fruits. We the only ones that give rotten apples. I'm okay with that because I know we under a condition. I gotta court my people first. I gotta get my people used of giving a couple dollars to something that they love. My people gotta get used to building their libraries. They gotta get used to it. They gotta get used to it, and I'm okay with that. I love all y'all, man. I love everyone on here. I don't care what color you are. I love you. I love you. Like if I ain't been knowing you all my life, I love you. I'm telling you that. And if y'all know me like my muftis do, they know I'm telling you the truth.
You know, us not knowing each other, even within our own family. And I had a family reunion the other day, and I always wear my turban everywhere. And I knew I would probably get some funny looks just because it's people who I haven't seen in 10 plus years or who I probably never even met. And I was one of the first ones there. And the looks that I would get, but nobody asked any questions. They just looked at me funny. Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting because when prayer time came, they made it, you know how people sometimes they would like send shots through their prayers and shoot little slugs and stuff when it was time to pray over the food. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know about anybody else in here, but my religion, that's what I do over the food. I was like, bro, you wildin'. All you had to do is ask me. I would have prayed over the food. Like it ain't got nothing to do with disrespecting nobody. It's just ignorance sometimes is crazy.
Dre'Shawn, I'm glad
they just lost it. You can't always be mad at them or blame them for it. You just gotta take it. Sometimes you gotta take it on the chin and just for what it is. I wasn't disrespected because I don't find it disrespectful. I just see it as you just don't know. You just don't know. That's I can't blame you for that for real.
See, Dre'Shawn, everything be confirmation. I told a misnumbered black people they can out Muhammad. They can out Pope the Pope when they think they know something, when they under man-made religion. But you got a smartphone. I gave y'all the scriptures. The follower of Yahshua wore a turban with the jewel on it. All you gotta do is ask your phone right now. Bibles, Google it right now. Bible scriptures that talk about your turban. All you gotta do is Google it up. The high priest wore a turban. That's why I said these Negroes. No, man, I'll make a black preacher cry. Excuse my candor. I'm a Bible man. That's why I'm telling you, your whole attire is biblical. And then they don't even have a lexicon. They don't even have your whole attire. They need a lexicon. They ain't studying. They looking at you because, there's something different. No, but the followers of Yahshua wore a turban with the jewel on it, a high priest. And then I heard a preacher on the internet talk about, these bullets. This one preacher that just be running off at the mouth on the internet, an old man, he say some good stuff, but anytime you convicting people, dude, you misquoting the scriptures. The follower of your Yahshua, that's the AKA kufi, that Muslim word, that's a bonnet. It's in your Bible. Research it. That's why I be saying, I know these Negroes don't read, no, but Dre'Shawn, and they know that the average Negro can't read and don't read. So when they get up there and be blabbering at the mouth, can't nobody fact check that dumb shit they be saying. Excuse my candor. But I can. That's why the Bible says, woe to you lying, retarded ass pastors. Excuse my candor, y'all. Excuse my candor. The Bible says, woe to you lying pastor. Here it is, these people that look just like you. You got a turban on. Well, the follower of Yahshua wore a turban, Dre'Shawn. The high priest wore a turban, Dre'Shawn. What they talking about? And your fez is your national headdress. It's freedom. You take the soft fez and turn it inside out. It's the Liberty Bell. On the Liberty Bell, they got Leviticus 25 and 10 on the bottom. They lost. That's why I said we preaching just man-made religion instead of teaching nationality and spirituality. That's why we the BBT. We ain't hating on nobody. We understand everything. But Dre'Shawn, be proud with your turban on. Find those biblical scriptures and ask those brothers. A turban. A European colleague came right up. He was like, man, I love your national headdress. A European had to tell his brother, make this man look like a fool. That's why I said, man, Europeans will make our brothers look stupid because they know what I'll be talking about because they study. All my Jewish colleagues know what I'll be saying. And then when I wear my tunic or my kutra, cotton or silk with the embroidery, they know it. That's not no Islam stuff. The followers of Yahshua wore this attire that we wear. They just haven't got the lexicon. When I show pictures of the lexicon, when I show you the followers of Yahshua with their bonnet on, with their earrings, with their tunic, with the sash around all that, When I show you the high priest with their turban on, with the jewel, what are we talking about, Drayshawn? That's all Bible.
His mom.
I'll be lost. And my people are lost, y'all, due to a lack of knowledge. I'll give you another study piece to research. When you get the 1599 Geneva Bible, it don't call you no African. It don't call you no Negro. You know what they call you, Drayshawn?
Moor, I would assume.
It call you a blackamoor. And the only reason why I call you a blackamoor is describing the you of the Moor in the continent of Africa, because the sun has been kind to you. But you got tawny Moors, you got swarthy Moors, you got brunette Moors. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Research the 1599 Geneva Bible and ask the 1599 Geneva Bible in your hand. Where in the 1599 Geneva Bible does it say blackamoor? You're going to find it in Jeremiah. You're going to find it in a couple other scriptures. It's going to say, can a leopard change his spots? Blah, blah, blah. Just like a blackamoor can't change his skin tone per se. And I'm paraphrasing. Our brothers don't study. They caught on religion. And when they see somebody that's anointed and with your turban on, the first thing they look is something different because they don't know. And that should be a time to learn. That's why I said we got a long way to go with these religious brothers that say, well, my religion, this ain't your religion. You ain't creating a Negro. You talk about your religion. What? And the Bible ain't no religious book. Show me in the Bible where it talk about Christianity. I'll wait. It ain't. The Bible don't talk about no Christianity, Drayshawn. The Bible talks about a certain family and certain laws and certain things. The Bible don't talk about no Christianity. Christianity is Christendom. It's Protestant. And we were slaves. That's what we were taught under, the Protestant teaching. All you got to do is study the Black Christian codes. Misnomer Black people couldn't speak like this. You had to be an overseer, which was the Protestant minister. And he showed the Negro how to teach and preach. And he licensed you. And he'll revoke your license however he feel. Under that Protestant stuff, under that Calvinistic thing. How I know? Because I'm educated in this. I teach preachers. That's why I said they can't come around me with none of the stuff they talk about. Because I open the Bible and they have to shut up. They don't have to like how we look, Drayshawn, but they're going to respect that book that they got in the hand that I'm going to whoop their ass with. Excuse my candor. Excuse my candor, man. Excuse my candor, man. Anybody got anything else? So be free, Drayshawn. I told you, our own people, man. You will go to a Jewish church or to a synagogue and they'll open the doors with love because they study. You will see Europeans with the turban and with headdresses on. It's sad, man. I told you, it's sad. It's sad that our own people would do that. So be proud of who you are, man. Raise your family the right way. Raise your babies to be proud. Let your wife know that who you are. That don't make us different than nobody. That shows a clear understanding. This is an outward appreciation of who you are. No, but Drayshawn, that's why when people come around me and they use words, no disrespect, like Negro, Black, or color, or African. So that's all I got, man. Gratitude and love. Do anybody got any other thing? Well, with that being said, man, I don't have nothing, man. Like, I give y'all honor and glory, man. Tell your family you love them, man. Speak life and speak affirmations, not just on nobody else's life, but speak affirmations in your life. Speak affirmation in your life. Pick your Quran up. Pick your Bible up. Study it. We don't got to worry about how nobody else feel about it. Let them operate on man-made science. We operate on a creator. It's a bigger world. And your life is going to be blessed for these teachings. I guarantee you. You ain't got to worry about if ain't nobody into what you into. We got our own selected group. We like the Jacobites. We are selected people. So it's okay. It's okay when you come into knowledge and the wisdom. I just like when I did with my 5%ers, I'll leave y'all with this. 85% of the world is dumb and blind. 85% of the world is dumb and blind. 10% of the world know the truth, but won't speak the truth. 5%, they call him the poor righteous teacher, but we ain't going to die poor and broke. That ain't happening. So I don't call myself no poor righteous teacher. I understand the science in that, but I ain't no poor righteous teacher, man. I'm just one of the brothers that know the science and willing to speak truth, regardless if it fill a room up or clear it out. And I give honor to this cipher that we have, to y'all. So like I said, man, I give y'all gratitude and love. Can we get our Moorish American prayer, follow with our benediction, and we out of here.
Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night and by day through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, Shalom Alakeem, Ayah Shahaya, Hotep, Islam. Peace, 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 peace.
Peace, man.
Peace, peace.
If anybody got our benediction, if not, that's fine. But if anybody got it, we can do it. If not, it's all good, man. If nobody have it, that's fine. I got all.
I got it.
Gratitude, Noble Moso.
May the benediction of Allah be upon thee and thine always, as thou shouldst strive to be a credit to Allah. Make haste to bestow thine acts of love upon thy brethren, and do the best to shun thy evil ones. Remember to take the suckle of the breast of knowledge, wisdom, fortitude, charity, love, and all standing, that you might nourish the souls of men. Let truth by means of petty or criminal theft, for behold, the key to salvation already rests within thine own hands. And yes, even though a portion of our nature is weakness, instability, and inconsistency, there still is the greater part of our nature that is divine. May Allah protect thee, guide thee, preserve thee, lengthen thy age, and give thee everlasting peace. Islam.
Islam. Peace and love and gratitude, everybody, for y'all time, man. I just want to, man, nobles, man, keep y'all heart pure. I'm telling you, it's a lot that's happening right now, man, in this world and with our lives personally. But don't take it as a personal attack. Take it as the time to grow. Examine your life and start looking at things and slow down a little bit. I mean, and I'm talking to myself as well. Like, my spiritual walk is way more important than everything in life. And sometimes a lot of things that we have in abundance, sometimes it gets stripped from us to see what can we live without it. So when we get back on that level, when Allah bless us 3-fold or 100-fold, we don't have to go back to those wasteful things. So think about that, man. And think about, too, change is good. I got to keep saying that. Change is good, y'all. I moved 3,000 miles from Flint, Michigan, away from my family. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes we got to move around each other and sacrifice some things. What are we willing to sacrifice for what we want? Think about that. What are we willing to put on the altar for change? Sometimes it might have to be moving from our whole area. Sometimes it might have to be disconnected from a lot of family and friends to build your mind and build your body right. So think about that, man. We're not being punished by nothing, because God don't punish the righteous man. He give us lessons. He give us lessons, and we use our compass and our square. It's a mathematical equation, and we're here to help our brothers get through anything. So that's why I want to close. Our brothers, man, we a family. I don't want nobody to go through nothing on your own. This is my prayer. If it's just a kind word, if you just need a word from me, don't hesitate. That's what I'm here for. If I can just send you a text of motivation and gratitude, that's what I'm here for. Don't go through life doubting yourself and doubting your abilities, because you have the power. All of y'all have the power and the abilities to do whatever you want, but we're going to go through challenges. I'm going through challenges today as we speak, but I feel so good going through those challenges because I'm taking them face on. And I give Allah all the glory as I come out unscathed, without no spots and no blemishes. I'm going to come out stronger than ever, just like you're going to come out stronger than ever. Whatever you're going through, it's just a test. And all sickness is not death. I promise y'all. I love y'all, man, and peace.
Peace and love, Noble.
Peace. Take a side.
Peace, peace.
Peace.
I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man, leave a me. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing, took what I have. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dream. I
cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't really. It ain't no in between, baby. You can ask the sun, it's an everyday thing. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not Haram Abid.
Islam, man. Peace and love, man. Love y'all nobles, man.
Me too.
Peace and love.